Okay, quick stretch for you today. This could be after a run or before a run, depends how you feel, or maybe you just want a really quick class. I'll get on with it. A really quick class to stretch out your body, relax you. There will be the chance to do some abs at the end of this. You can stop the video there if that's not what you're into today, but I thought I'd give you the option. Okay, at the back of your mat, feet nice and parallel, tailbone slightly tucked under, abs are pulling up and in, soften in the knees. So just a little shake through the knees. Even after a run, we can go into these low impact exercises just to bring down our nervous system, and also mobilize and strengthen the muscles that have been into some quite heavy impact in your run. Okay, let's roll the shoulders up towards the ears and all the way back. Sometimes you kind of get a bit of tension in your shoulders as you run, don't you, like this? So let's just mobilize the shoulder blades with a big, deep breath. So this class is all about nice, big, soft movements, okay? Lovely. All right, and then softening the knees, we're going to roll down, abs back, stretching through your spine, reach towards the mat, grab onto your elbows, swing side to side. Let your head be super heavy. Maybe shake your head about, maybe give your jaw a little wiggle. Again, tension can creep up into all these places if you're doing a long run. And then let the arms drop down. And bring your fingertips down to the mat or your hands down by softening your knees. So I'm not expecting you all to be able to take your hands down. And then walk out through your feet. So a little bend through the knees, shifting of the pelvis, of the hips. Let your head be heavy, no tension in those shoulders. Last couple here. And I want you to really breathe into your back as you're moving through these little heel lifts. Finding that expansion and then bringing both heels down, walking your hands out, bringing your knees down, sitting back onto your toes. So all 10 toes are tucked under. You're sitting back into your heels and you're pulling the inner heels together. Okay, so stretching out from the feet and then take one hand on top of your shoulder. Again, nice big shoulder rolls. And as you open that shoulder out to the side, think about expanding your breath into that exposed side of your body. Okay, and then we'll go on to the other side, around and down. Big soft movements. Inhale, exhale, last one. Good, okay, let's untuck those toes and tap out the feet. Beautiful, and then tuck the toes under, lift up into a downward dog, upstretched position. Again, walking out through the feet, connecting the shoulders down your back. And I really want you to melt the heels down. So obviously we want to be stretching out the calves and the hamstrings. So that's your focus point. And also aligning those ankles. So make sure they haven't flared out to the sides. We need nice and strong aligned ankles for your running. Good. And then from here, let's lift up the leg closest to me. Left leg lifts, lifts, lifts. Find that nice stretch. Pull the knee to the nose. Bring the foot just to the outer edge of your left hand. Drop the back knee. We're in a lunge. Oh, my hip just clicked. Maybe yours did too. Bring your hands down. Okay, or somewhere. Maybe it's your fists if you feel like that's better for you. Maybe it's your fingertips. And then just kind of get into this stretch a little bit. Sometimes we rush through it. So really let the weight drop into the front foot. So I've got a tiny external rotation just to stretch out through the inner thigh and the groin here. And then trying to lengthen the back. Maybe you push that back foot away a little bit. You can untuck the toes if you want. I'm finding a nice little stretch through my foot by tucking the back toes under. Okay, lift your gaze, lift your chest slightly. Okay, place your right hand down onto the mat and push your knee away with your left hand. So you're opening the hip here. It's like you're pushing your knee away from your chest. Open your chest. Breathe in to the front of your body and breathe into the space in your groin, in the hips. And can you pull your right hip back? Ooh, away from your knee. Wowzers. Really good stretch. Hip flexor. Groin, inner thigh. Beautiful. Okay, bring that knee back to where you started. The hand comes down. Now just shift that back knee in and take your left leg out to the side. Okay, so I've got my toes facing forwards and then the hands underneath my shoulders, other knee underneath the hip. We're going to go to cat-cow here. So tucking under and then chest comes through the arms. This is where you spread your sit bone. You should feel a really nice inner thigh stretch on this leg, lifting up and then tucking under again. Let the inner thigh of your left leg just drop down towards the mat and you should get this subtle external rotation of the thigh bone and then internal rotation. Okay, last one, lifting up. Should feel it in the lower back as well. And then bring yourself back through center. Okay, opening up the arm closest to me, left arm comes up and a little thread the needle underneath and then opening up again. Mobilizing through the back, using the breath. Good, reaching and take it under. Right elbow comes out to the side. Rooting down through that left foot on the mat or on the side of the mat. And then bring yourself back, up and over through. Okay, with the leg, this left leg, we're going to lift it up with some control. Lift, 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 lift. All the way back into a parallel place and tap the toes down onto the mat. And we're going to go up and over again, strengthening up that hip. Bring it down to the side. Good, breathing in. Exhale, lift it up. Ooh, rolling back. Really hard work in that hip. And we'll just do it one more time. Lift up, 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 up to the side. Tapping it down or placing it. Inhale, lift up and all the way around. Good. Taking it back here. Tucking the toes under and then sliding this knee in behind our left wrist. Coming into our pigeon. Okay, so again, hanging heavy into the front leg. I want you to feel it all the way down the side of the glute and the thigh. Maybe we rock side to side. Find a little juicy spot. Relax the glutes and the hips. And then we ease down onto the forearms. Breathing into that leg. Giving it the space and time it deserves. Big deep breath in, big smooth breath out. Come lower if you wish. Let the hips be heavy. Let the weight go. Maybe you drop your belly down onto your leg. Maybe you drop your head down. You get low and heavy here. Feeling the mat supporting you from underneath. And take one more breath in. And exhale. Bring your hands back up. Tuck your back toes under and with, just being careful, bringing your leg all the way back to where we started. Okay, we're going to flip around to the other side. So just turning around to make it easier. Coming onto all fours again. And we're going to go into that nice lunge. So lifting up into your downward dog. Walking out through those feet, just noticing how that left leg is feeling. Shoulders connected in your back. Head is relaxed. Okay, so after we've melted those feet down, push the heels down as far as you can, connect your shoulders and lift up the right leg this time. We're going to flex the foot, flex it, stretch, stretch, stretch. Pull the knee towards the shoulder and the elbow. Take it down to the outer edge of your right hand, drop the back knee. We're in that nice lunge position. Okay, so holding it here, maybe you come up onto your fists, your fingertips to open the back a little bit. Again, dropping into the front leg. Finding that nice hip flexor stretch on the left side. So a little twist of the pelvis or a little tuck under. See what you can do to intensify that stretch to make it feel good for yourself. Good, and then placing the left hand down, opening up the leg. So I'm coming onto the edge of my foot here, pushing my chest away. Big deep breath in. And exhale. Inhaling. Let the glute go, let any tension in the hips go. Pulling your left hip back to find that intense stretch. A little tuck of the tailbone, and then bring your foot back to where you started. Okay, hand comes down, and then bringing that leg to the side. Left knee underneath your hip, right leg out to the side, toes facing forwards. Heels of the hands underneath your shoulders, untuck the back toes, and we go into our cat-cow here. So really want you to feel that inner thigh stretch. Inhale into the back. Exhale, drag the chest forwards. Inhale into the back. Drag the chest forwards. Spread the sit bones. So almost like you're really sticking your bottom out when you come up into that cat. Shoulders connect down into your back. There's a little rhyme there for you. Okay, last one. Back to a long line, lift the arm up, and then come down into that thread the needle. Also, you get that lovely opposition of the right foot down onto the mat as you stretch over to the left. Inhale up from the lower ribs. Exhale, twist. Couple more, as many as you want. Reach, let the inner thigh of your right leg just drop down to the mat. And then last one, reach, reach, reach. Bring your hand back to where you started, underneath your shoulders. Okay, other knee directly underneath your hip. We're going to lift up this leg. We're going to turn it all the way around. So now the knee is going to be facing the mat as well as the hip, the ribs are in. Again, tapping it down, lifting up. We turn and bring it back to where we started. Breathing in. Exhale, lift up, big movement for the hip. Keep those abs drawing in, don't let the back arch. And we'll just go for one more after this. It's hard work, particularly with both hands down on the mat like this. Turning in, and then sliding this knee in and into your nice pigeon stretch. So a nice big movement followed by a nice static stretch. So hands first. Little rock side to side, and then gently bring yourself down onto your forearms. Remembering always to try and protect your lower back, particularly if you are running a lot. You want to keep yourself safe and injury free, so always be very mindful of those abdominals and getting yourself into positions carefully. It's the worst thing when you do something very small and your back goes or does something weird. Okay, so let's come down maybe a bit deeper if you wish. So you find the weight of your belly dropping down onto your leg. Maybe your forehead comes down. The other leg is sweeping away. Let the tension in your neck go and in your jaw. Big deep breath in. Let it go. Deepen that stretch, using your body weight to press down and the support of the mat to come up to meet you. And then when you are ready, bring yourself back up. And tuck under the back toes, and then bring yourself into a kneeling position. We'll just go into a little bit more of a hamstring stretch. So let's take out the left leg out in front. So my knee is still underneath my hip. Hands come down somewhere. And we're going to turn the thigh bone outwards slightly of this leg and pull the toes towards us so we get that nice calf stretch too. And I want you to imagine pulling your hips backwards. Okay, and dragging your heel towards you. So the heel is going down, dragging towards you, and then little turn in and out of that thigh. I know it can feel really tight, so do what you can. Nice lengthening through the spine as you turn in and out, pulling the toes towards you. Think about that little toe. Good. And then from here, little slide forwards and slide back just to loosen that up a little bit. So we're trying to find, you can't stretch a muscle, you can't lengthen it, but you can find more flexibility through it. Okay, last one. Let's try and get out of this. And then over to the other side. Okay, so leg comes out and I want my hips to be nice and even. So let this right hip drop down, slide that heel out, and then coming forwards. Okay, and then a little turn out of the side. That's when I feel that stretch in my lower back. Okay, so you let everything drop down. Length through your spine. Now make sure that those toes are facing towards your shin. Pull the toes towards you. Finding that stretch down the side of your calf. And then internal, external rotations. Just see how that feels. One leg has probably got a little bit more mobility than the other. Really pull your abs up and in here. You're not collapsing into your hip. You're trying to find a bit of space. Even in compression like this. Okay, last one. And then coming forwards and back. Getting that moving. Really nice. Okay, bringing your feet back into your kneeling, hands to the side, spin yourself around. So this is the moment where you've finished the stretch and we're going to go into some abdominals. Okay, so up to you whether you join me for this. We will be doing a nice bridge at the end, so the abs are going to be very quick. Okay, so arms up to the ceiling, palms facing away, legs into tabletop or up down onto the mat. Taking a breath, and as you exhale, we're going to lift up straight into our 100. Our abs are not imprinting, okay? We're pulling them up and in, but you've still got a little tiny bit of space underneath your lower back. Okay, we're going to breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I want you to squeeze your legs together. Spread your ribs down onto the mat. And really focus on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing so important in running. So if you can expand those ribs in your breath, with your breath, and then exhale, engage the abdominals. Inhaling, spreading. Exhaling. So as you're running and you're moving your legs and everything is activated, you're going to have to breathe freely at the same time. So that's what we're practicing here. And I've got a little itch on my nose. I'm sorry. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Melt those abs. Last one. Inhale. And exhale everything out. Pull the knees in, have a little stretch, rock side to side. Okay, and straight into our one leg stretch. Pulling one knee in with the opposite hand, pull, 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 pull. Abs are now imprinted, neck is nice and long, coming from the center of your body. And again, mobilizing freely with these legs, which have been running potentially. So now you're taking it into your abdominals and letting them be free. 3 and 2 and 1. Double leg. Pull the ankles in. Pull the knees towards your shoulders, not too wide. Extend the arms and the legs. Squeeze the heels together. Circle round. Exhale. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, pull in. Last one. And exhale, pull it in. Hands go behind your head. Relax your head into your hands. Into crisscross. Imprint your spine now. We twist and twist using our breath. Moving the legs, moving the upper back for 4 and 3, and 2, and then last one. Back through center, lift the lift the legs up. Head, neck, and chest are low and long, but your head is up off the mat. Flex your feet, draw the abs in. Knees are bent, legs can be straight too. Take one leg down, exhale, lift it up. So I'm just at the tips of my shoulder blades. I'm not too high with my chest. And this is where I want you to use those lower abdominals to make sure that you are nice and even through the back of the hips. You're not rocking side to side. This is where the balance and alignment helps with your running. Last couple. Inhale, exhale. One more time on each side. Exhale as we come up and bring the knees in. Rock your head side to side, nice and heavy. Deep breath in, sigh it out. Feet down onto the mat, arms down by your sides, feet quite close to your bottom. Open your shoulders, imprint your lower back with those well-used abdominals, and then start to roll up using your feet, curling up, opening the chest. Neck is really long, and then rolling your way back down, bone by bone. Inhale here, exhale, roll up. Kneecaps push away, inner thighs are working. Melt the spine down. Yes, those hamstrings have done a lot of work if you have been on a run. We're gently just bringing them back down to earth, grounding them. Breathe in, take the arms up and over your head and stretch your kneecaps away from your fingertips without your ribs popping too much. And then from here, I want you to start to really pull your ribs away from your arms, from your hands, and melt down through the back of the rib cage. Keep spinning that tailbone under and under until the very last minute. We're going to hit the lower back, and then we'll go down to the back of the hips, and that's where we relax everything. Let it go. Bring the elbows to the sides, feet mat distance, and then just rock the legs side to side, using your breath. Okay, last one. And feel free to stay in this position if you wish for a little bit of stillness and breath. Otherwise, bring the knees in, hands behind the thighs, and roll your way up. I hope you enjoyed that.